Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Namaste, friends. In our Vedic astrology, one of the subtle points of wealth assessment is the Indu Lagna. Indu Lagna, but here there is a twist. The true indicator of wealth is often not Indu Lagna itself, but the second house from it, the source of wealth. Now let us see how it works. See, there is this Parāśara system and the Jaimini, which is sometimes a modification of the Parāśara system itself. These give two different methods to calculate the Indu Lagna. So when we look at the second from the Indu Lagna, which is the source of money, Indu itself is wealth creation. We get two possible wealth indicators. Now what I am going to do in this Excel is compare these methods, what I call as ILP, which is the Indu Lagna as per Parāśara system, and ILJ, which is the Indu Lagna as per the Jaimini method of computation. Now I have a VBA code which would output both ILJ and ILP, and the degrees for these two would be the degree of the moon itself in any sign, within a sign. So the degree is computed as per moon's degree itself. In fact, let us maybe take some examples. Take Mukesh Ambani. I collected a few here who are wealthy people. Let us say the second from is Indu Lagna, Parāśara Indu Lagna ILP becomes Libra. Okay, this is a strong Venusian wealth. Whereas when we take the ILJ, which is the Jaimini Indu Lagna, then his second house becomes Cancer, and this connects well with see, the moon sign is the house of the fourth, which is the family inheritance. So this makes more meaning to me because Mukesh Ambani, initially it was from the family inheritance. Of course, both are visible in his wealth story because the second from ILP Libra is for luxury, partnerships and all. Whereas the second from ILJ, okay, that is that makes a lot of sense. Let us maybe take some few examples here and then go one by one on how it has turned out for people. So what we see here is the inherited family empire, the petrochemical and the mass needs. That turns out very well from the Cancer, which is the second from ILJ. So ILJ seems to show the wealth engine. When you come to ILP, the second from ILP is Rahu. So expansion in terms of the surge into the Venusian style of geo retail and all that, Rahu bringing all that of communications and all that, right? So both are meaningful. But one seems to be the real ILJ, seems to be the wealth engine. And the thesis I would like to validate is ILP stands for more of an expansion, P for expansion or Parāśara, J stands for the engine. So let us maybe take a few more examples and then see, this is Ratan Tata. See, if one is the second house from ILJ happens to be Aries. So the industrial base, the steel, autos, engineering, all that turn out very nicely here. So this seems to be the wealth engine, the J. The Jaimini seems to show the second as the wealth engine. And if you see the second from ILP, that turns out to be Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is global acquisitions, trusteeship, philanthropy and all that. So Mars indicates the wealth engine for him, and the expansion globally with the Jupiterian Dharma seems to answer well for Ratan Tata, and even for Mukesh Ambani we saw that. So maybe one more, few more examples here. If we take Bill Gates, see second from, okay, his ILP is here. Okay, the Parāśara, the ILJ is here. ILJ is here in Libra. The second from ILJ, if you see here for Bill Gates, it's Mars and Ketu ruling Scorpio, and all the monopoly, the hidden assets, the software IP and all that, come under this Scorpio sign, which very well answers for ILJ to be more meaningful in terms of the wealth engine. But this is the second from ILP also in terms of if you see here contracts and partnerships, diplomacy, philanthropy, and all that, it is more because of these multiple gragas here. Libra also answers for that. So this ILP seems to show more of an expansion. ILJ, the core, again the wealth engine. The second from ILJ shows the wealth engine. The second from ILP shows the wealth expansion. That seems to answer very well even for Bill Gates. Let us take Warren Buffett. See, Warren Buffett, if you take ILJ, the second from ILJ happens to be Aquarius. Aquarius, he was into equity market, shareholder networks, systems, systemic investing, all that very well go well with Aquarian trends, right? It is ruled by Rahu and Saturn. So networking and all that go very well with that. If you take the where is this ILP? ILP is here. Second from ILP, it is more of a conservative value investing, steady accumulation. So we expanded things. So this ILP shows expansion. ILJ shows the core engine of wealth creation. Okay. So again, it seems to, let us say, Jeff Bezos. So if you say Jeff Bezos, he built the Amazon, right? So if you see the second from, let us say, ILJ, it is Aries, aggressive operations, logistics, technology innovations, and all that, the Amazon empire. But if you see the second from ILP, it is more of a textbook, books to everything, expansion, global vision. So all that expands for Jupiterian, Sagittarius shows the expansion part of it. This shows the real core wealth engine, the operations, the logistics, the aggressiveness that he brought in because of the Martian tendency. So both ILJ and ILP are meaningful. Parāśara's only thing is one seems to be, the J seems to represent the engine of wealth creation. So that strongly indicates. And ILP is more of an expansion nature is what seems to tally here as well. So let us see Elon Musk. Elon Musk, if you see the ILJ, the second from ILJ is Aquarius. So if you say technology disruptions, EVs, rockets, AI networks, all that have Ragu's Stan, right? This is Ragu's Stan. So the rocket, the Aries sign. So that represents the second from ILJ answers all that. If you see the second from ILP, it is more of grand visions, boundless imaginations, save humanity ideals. Pisces is all of imaginations, right? So he is a man of Elon Musk, you know very well. That is showing again the expansion part is ILP, the core engine is ILJ. The second from that is the source of money coming from these things. Let us maybe take one more. I just moved away from the normal. Maybe we'll come to Rajinikanth a little later after completing the Larry Page. If you see Larry Page is Google's Larry Page. If you see, where is this ILJ? Okay, ILJ is here. Libra is the second from IL. So it's partnerships, contracts, advertisements, and all are Google strength, right? So all that go well with the Libra. When we see ILP, the second from is innovations, new ventures, pioneering into that seems to better answer. The expansion part of it comes from ILP again for him. The core comes from ILJ, seems to be answering even for Larry Page. So now I move slightly away to the South Indian actor, superstar Rajinikanth. When you see here, his horoscope is yes, ILJ here and ILP here, right? So second from ILJ, if you see here, Rajinikanth, Aquarius becomes the second. So mass fans, the networks of social adulation, dharmika, Jupiter is there, so dharmika, authority and all that. come from ILJ's second house. If you see the ILP, the second house is Rahu. In fact, he has a parivartana between Jupiter and Rahu. So Rahu is of illusion, cinema, the charisma, cult image, and all that he kept expanding on the wealth base on his fan networks. So Aquarius Jupiter and Pisces Rahu very clearly seems to answer his wealth situation, right? So in conclusion, what I believe is both ILJ and ILP, the Indu Lagna, are really working very well. The second from it seems to indicate wealth very strongly. And ILJ, the Jaimini definition of Indu Lagna, seems to express the true beginning and the engine that really pumps the money. And expansion comes through the ILP. So this is what the thesis I seems to arrive at from seeing a few horoscopes, which are of course very important horoscopes, which you know are all rich people. So this is a part of my another Excel where I am making as a part of wealth significators. So I thought before that I'll just introduce this Indu Lagna, the two definitions, and we have a code here now for computing the Indu Lagna based upon the two methods. So we have the Indu Lagna Jaimini and we have the Indu Lagna Parāśara. Okay, I'll be sharing the Excel only in the next video, where I have the wealth significator video I plan to make separately. So I just wanted to introduce this topic to you through this video. Thank you very much. Hope if you have liked, and I invite all comments from you. Thank you. So in conclusion, if we take Jeff Bezos, he had built the Amazon via Mars-like speed and operations, so expanded it globally with Jupiterian vision. So you can check ILJ2, I call it ILP, okay, it should be not J2, it should be because the second house from IL basically, so the 2 represents the second house. So Aries and Sagittarius, the second house from these different Hindu Lagnas, seem to answer very well. So Mukesh Ambani family, which is Cancer, so the second house is Cancer, the second house is Libra here. So you can read through all this and find the clear thesis that Jaimini represents the wealth engine strongly and Parāśara the wealth expansion. So maybe you can check other charts and put your views as well. Thank you.